Okay, guys, and got some more news for you that maybe some people may or may not like, depending on how you run your internet. Um, Somebody did a little bit of a scientific analysis of how WPA3, which is the new standard, going to be the new standard for Wi-Fi, does its handshake. And well, it's not looking too good here. During our initial disclosure, the Wi-Fi Alliance privately created security recommendations to mitigate our attacks. In these recommendations, they claimed that all these things are safe to use, blah blah blah. At least are securely implemented to recognize. However, we found that using brain pool curves introduces a second class of side channel leaks in the Dragonfly handshake. You know, every time we turn around, Wi-Fi is getting hackable. You know, hmm. Maybe we just shouldn't put secure anything on Wi-Fi. Like, hello, you know, it's it says here. Fortunately, as a result of our research, both the Wi-Fi standard and the EAP PWD are being updated with a more secure protocol, although this update is not backwards compatible with current developers of WPA3, does prevent most of our attacks. You see the word there, most? This algorithm first tries to pass a hash output that is similar. It's hard to read this, it's awful small. I gotta make this bigger. Yeah, I can. Nice. I can actually read now. Yay. OBS, thank you. There we go. Da 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 da. This brings our hypothesis that backwards compatible countermeasures against our attacks are too costly for lightweight devices. In other words, they go and they make hardware that uses the WPA3 that has an ability to flash upwards to maybe to something newer, but until you do that, you're not good, okay? And that making it so that it's backward compatible may introduce more problems, okay? And it's kind of like anybody who thinks that Windows XP is safe to use, okay, is kind of silly, all right? You know, like Windows 98, probably not too secure either, you know. But being said, right? You put a computer over to the other side of your room, put XP on it, and put all kinds of games and have some fun, right? Not on the internet, who cares, right? Blah. Or if you do put it on the internet, just don't care about anything else, right? Anyway, I just thought I'd throw this one out there. There's this Sundays are usually slow, but there's been a couple of things that kind of came my way. I see other guys reporting on other things, and usually the reason why you see me saying things in news, it's things that are kind of important to us all, but aren't being said, right? You know, I don't know. As long as the big boys do certain things, I just kind of leave them be and let them have all their fun. But when they start not reporting things that are important, like what's more important, having secure internet or another Epic Game Store exclusive? Oh no, you know. If somebody hacks my internet and turns it off, I won't be doing much of anything. It's kind of funny. And I think there was another thing there about how Cloudflare was kind of defending the 8chan's hosting of their website when it could be that one of the users of 8chan was responsible for this attack in El Paso. Well, you see, years ago I used to run this big hacker organization, and what I did mainly in a day was become the biggest babysitter the world's ever seen, and a psychiatrist for a lot of people with issues. Okay, I kept a lot of people from probably doing silly things, and in 20 something years of doing all this, nobody ever got in trouble. You know, not that when they were with our little group. I had an injury, kind of, and then, all this world started going stupid, and the spying and everything else. No one could talk to each other, and I just decided it would be safer for everybody if they went their own ways. You know, I still believe in freedom of speech and everything as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And, sticks and stones, all that stuff too, right? Like, you know, if, anyway. I'll let you go. I'm going to do some gaming after this. I got to watch a couple of guys' videos first, just kind of getting around in the community and give them back. I've been enjoying some nice traffic, and thank you. I was kind of, with some of these new rules and all the YouTube stuff, I was getting a little bit of, but I think if we all stick together, as Pink Floyd would say, as a team, it'll work out in the end. And for you young'uns, younger than me, I'm probably the older one here. They used to call me Old Man Kronos, right? And it's Kronos with kind of think of it as a hard CH. And it's not the Titan god of time, right, that used to eat his children. No, it's the ancient Greek god. There's a difference. Little history lesson there. Ding. I thought I'd throw that out for somebody who was talking in a live chat there, silent. He's going, yeah, he does some history things too, this guy's just all over the place. You gotta have fun with it, boys and girls. And I'm going to start putting some channels and different things in my, there's a little spot there where you can add little channels and things. And if you're more helpful to people, I'm going to put you in there, right? And that's the thing, right? So do something for somebody, help them out. I was trying to do a guy had an intro there, and it just popped in my brain. There's an Elemental demo on that Unreal gave us. If I could take that model and have him sitting on the throne with all the lava around it, and then I'm standing up, right? And instead of a hammer, I could put like a gun there or something, right? And he picks the gun up rather than the hammer, right? That'd be kind of a cool thing for him, right? And I'm not worried about getting paid for it, like it's free to begin with, right? Passing along the buck, right? And I learn. See, the reason why I would do that for free is because I'm learning. I'm in school. You don't get paid to go to school, last I checked. Not usually. Anyway, so I'll be doing little things like that all over the place here as I'm doing more, which keeps me busy too, which is nice. So if I don't get around to your channels, send me a little message, and else. You know what? I said to one guy there, he says, geez, my watch time went flying through the roof there the other day. He says, oh, yeah, that's right. I fell asleep on your channel, and it went through about 10 of your videos. I ended up somewhere off on YouTube that I've never been, and eventually I was like, wake up and what the hell's this? Somebody talking away there, and I'm like, oh, who's it? And that's another thing, go ahead and try it. If you have unlimited internet, why not do that? YouTube can't tell if you're watching it or not. And they do have a thing where they'll stop the videos now and then, right? But in these longer videos, right, I do that to help me sleep sometimes too, right? There are sometimes I turn on a game. Sometimes it's one of these live streams that just goes all night. And sometimes it's other stuff, right? So just little tips for people to help them out in growing their channels and different things like that. And yeah, I haven't done many live streams and stuff, but what I had envisioned in my head to begin with was I have lots of games. Let's do some playthroughs and get some content up there. And then if somebody does this, and you put tags in the searches, if they, I like honestly, I'm getting a lot of traffic that isn't even from YouTube. Okay, which means I'm getting recommended outside of YouTube a bit. Okay, and even 11% is a good number to be, having YouTube itself recommend me. Okay, so keep at things. It takes a while. Like I've only been really kind of going at this for about 6 months now. You know, and just a little update there. That's what past 14,000 uh, minutes or something like that, or 14. Was it 14,000 minutes or something like that? I can't remember. I gotta look it up. Let me see here. Just do that quickly. Um, this is a little, this just kind of tells you that you just keep doing things, keep doing your own thing. People always, they'll eventually come to you, you know. Let's see here, my channel. Um, so anyway, let's see here, the YouTube beta. I get in here. Da, da, da. Now, in the last 28 days, okay, 1,700 watch minutes. Okay. Now, you can go to the analytics. All right. And what's interesting about that is if I click the last 7 days, it's 700. Okay. So in the last 7 days, I've literally done way more. It's up, well, even according to this, it's up 186%. So when Silent was talking in the live stream about doing things and getting around to seeing other people, this is what it does. You'll see if a bunch, there'd be like a bunch of us running around watching everybody's videos, right? And you get the ads to watch, and that's how Google, generates its money. And then, when you reach a certain level, then you get monetized, right? And this is how it works. And if you're in the live stream, never ask anybody to sub to you, okay? Just say hi, how you doing? People will check you out, and if they do subscribe to you, usually what you do is you watch a video and you leave a comment and subscribe, and then you hit the notification bell. And don't leave an emoji, because they classify every time you do an emoji as spam. And it'll be, if you go into your comments section, right, in the YouTube studio, you'll see three things: public, held for review, and likely spam. If you click on the likely spam, there's almost always somebody with an emoji. Okay, and you can click and approve things and stuff like that. Like I've got the very first video I did here. Okay, I was I was intrigued by these comics guys that were having a little tiff with some of these strange people from Marvel and their issues and whatnot. And I was kind of checking it out, and I put up a video I did 10 years ago when I was talking with one of Kevin Smith's buddies about maybe helping him do a podcast. I made a skull with like the mouth moved, right? And then we would put audio in, and it would be him talking foolishly. Anyway, so I put that up, and I got a death threat from people that are associated to the Young Turks. Well, I dealt with that in short order, okay? Traced them right over to Facebook, left some nice messages for them over at Facebook, and said, how would you like to mess with me here? I got 3,000 members on a Facebook group here, in a hacker group. That's right, and Facebook still hasn't removed us. You know why? Everybody that joins doesn't do nothing on Facebook. That's right. And that was by two of my actual members from, what, 10 years ago they started that, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and then they stopped dealing with it, and I haven't done anything with it, so I've got a group over there, and I had to just go in and stop people from spamming advertising crap, like that's part of that. But there's people that want in on that and security and all this other stuff. That's why I kind of throw this stuff out about Wi-Fi. There was a leak years ago from Germany, and somebody got a hold of a CD from some police station or something like this. And apparently it was back in the Windows XP days, and it basically allowed you to hack all Wi-Fi at the time, everything. But once you put it on an XP computer, you couldn't totally remove it because the way that the directories and everything went was nasty. It's like you basically change your operating system into this thing, and it was like, woo, this is crazy shit. Yeah. And you got other little stories here and there, but all kinds of neat things. Yes, yes, yes. Like hearing about the Chinese making a human monkey hybrid. Planet of the Apes. China, what are you doing, man? Maybe instead of needing organs, you need to have better health care or something, eh? I don't know. Anyway, okay, guys, I will put this up there, and that's that.